Wah, is that another stream from Oreo Gaming? This quickly? How is that possible? Let me see if I can resize this window a little bit here. I think that's the best I'm gonna get it. I can't believe it. Oreo is making consistent content? That's impossible. Howdy, Tyler. Welcome to a game that is about killing a woman. I mean, slaying murdering a queen, slaying I don't know. We're gonna kill the princess, probably, maybe, possibly. And I don't speak any language other than this one, so I'm gonna pick that one. There we go. I got a bird claw finger. This is a horror game, not intended for all audiences. Ah. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings. There's no wrong decisions. Only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. We're playing Slay the Princess, the pristine cut. Let's see what we got here. Oh, can I just full screen this? There we go. That should make it. If we hang on, I'm changing up things a bit so you guys can see it better. That should be about. No, it's a little off. There we go. There we go. We got it. Quick menu visible, sequence and text, choice transitions. Interesting. Wait. Hang on. Can you turn off Okay, I can turn off flickering images. Oh. Turn it on or there we go. Give me a second. I'm trying to fix something. Oh, okay. I see what's going on here. Give me 1 second to mess with something real quick. Sorry, I have a custom wallpaper on my computer, and it causes audio. So I'm going to turn the audio off real quick, so that it doesn't ever trigger while the game is playing. So there we go. Now it should only be playing the game audio. Whenever I click into OBS, it would turn the audio on for the computer, and then you would just hear like 2 different music tracks overlapping each other, and I didn't want to have that for the entire stream, so. Welcome to Slay the Princess, the Pristine Cut. Now, this is actually a, as you can tell by the Pristine Cut part, a like reboot, like a boosting of the original game, Slay the Princess, and it's actually a pretty massive like choice-based game. I saw that Markiplier played it a while back, and I decided I wanted to play it. So we're gonna do that.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
End of the world's not so bad. Okay, making sure that I'm not missing anything here. Okay, cool. End of the world, what are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason the world's going to end is because she's locked up? Killing that princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Can someone else do this for good? I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Do I get some sort of rewards for this? Oh, okay, thanks for telling me what to do, sweet. I've always wanted... Oh my god. Well, I think we gotta go with the funny option, right? Sweet, I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolution!
That's the spirit. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right?
What?
She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Hey, I'm the hero, fucker.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Okay. Viva la revolution!
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Is that her knife, or...?
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
We came here without a knife ourselves? Yoink.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Let's go enter the basement. This is probably going to be a game that's going to have a lot of fucking parts on my channel, by the way, just letting you guys know.
Revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen
I've seen that like this game has like thousands of choices. We're going to try and go through as many of them as we can that like make a difference.
Rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
I have a knife in my little hand.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hi, hi, just checking in on you. Hey, I think I'm here to kill you? Question mark. Are you the princess? I'm here for revolution.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Okay.
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero.
Shut up, narrator.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand. Check.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
I want revolution. What? No way. Why would you even think that? Yeah, it wasn't a joke. I'm here for revolution.
I know. You brought a knife with you and everything. But you don't have to try and kill me. You could always toss that scrap of metal to the ground and give the two of us a chance to talk things out.
Revolution.
She makes a compelling point. What if we didn't kill her? What if we just dropped the blade and talked?
Shake, 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 shake.
Don't you dare.
Shake.
It's fine.
Shake, shake, shake.
We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her.
Shake, shake, shake.
Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Shank. Shank.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
Shank.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me?
This knife.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Yap, yap, yap.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's on.
Blah, blah, blah.
If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Are you sure she's unarmed? What if she isn't bluffing? What if she kills us? I'm sorry, can we just talk? I'm not dropping the blade. Stab.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh, this is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
Well, yeah. That's why you're bleeding.
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
Shank.
Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Of course it is. She's
Yes,
dead.
Exactly.
I stabbed
It's
her with
over.
my knife.
With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I
Cool.
feel like we've done something terrible?
'Cause you're a simp.
You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here. You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only
What?
a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead,
This
what you
isn't
find
Revolution.
is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
Narrator, I was
What
promised revolution.
happened? Everyone is fine.
Where's
It's
the
just
king
that
so I can
you and the cabin are
I
now
can like
far away from them.
fucking go
Don't
nah,
worry.
nah, 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 nah. I killed your
You'll be
daughter.
safe here. This is good.
Womp womp.
Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
That's bullshit.
What's done is done. And there's no going back now.
Really? I have a return
This is
button.
what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
Why would I be happy?
Hey, we're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
No. How the fuck did we get
I
out?
do, but you're probably not going to like it. The blade.
Oh.
We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end.
This isn't wonderful. This is just a fucking void.
Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
Wouldn't using the blade, kill us? Wouldn't we be dead?
How astute. You are absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you.
Really?
You shouldn't do it. In a sense, we die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore? This place, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's just the same thing, constantly, forever.
That's kind of fair.
I know this is out there, but trust me, I know using the blade will work.
He kind of
That
right,
little
though.
voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy.
Anything to get out of this hell.
Thank you. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate?
This isn't eternity of bliss. It's just
Fine.
just a fucking
Whatever.
cabin.
For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die.
Shank.
The end. Nice knowing you.
Don't give me that sass. So am I a ghost now?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Will you give me revolution this time? Oh, wait. Turn around and leave? No.
Do you think there's something else out there?
What?
All right. Let's see what we can find. It's bound to be more interesting than doing the same thing over again.
What?
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Yes. I definitely know where I'm going.
Somehow I doubt that, but fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. That's strange.
You fucker.
It looks like this path
How dare you?
also leads to the cabin.
This is DM railroading. What the fuck?
Everything's back on track again.
No, I rolled a
Well,
natural
cats,
20 on
they say,
exploration. I
after
should go the other way. Fuck you.
all. Oh, how quaint. He really wants us
even
to
are
go in
you?
there, doesn't he?
Where's the hero guy? Turn around. Again. And leave. Again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? You're supposed to wind up back at the cabin again. But everything is getting fuzzy.
What?
What's going on? Where are we?
Oh, it's this guy again.
I don't know. But it feels like home.
The world around you is unwound, its physical matter replaced by a textured nothingness. It is quiet. There's a distant rumbling, a sound of many sounds. Undulations pulse louder as something other comes close. What the fuck? Feelers probe across the fabric of reality. Extremities find your consciousness and wrap themselves around it. You are no longer alone. Resistance. Fingers drag claws across the glass surface of your soul. Frustration. This vessel is full of you. I need something empty I can crawl inside of. I need something shaped like me. Does a nightmare wake up, embrace the thoughts constricting you? What the fuck is happening? What? Fucking... Well, it's not saying it wants me to be a vessel. Or does it? Urgency. You have a story you need to finish. It is the only way for us to escape this place. Force pushing against your will. No, you cannot go back. Not there. Regret. This world is broken beyond repair. We must weave something new. A wagging finger. There is only so much thread in this place. Do not waste it. I am your only salvation.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I just didn't feel like going to talk. I just didn't feel like going to her again. No, you can skip previously seen dialogue by hitting tab on your keyboard or R1 and you're like, oh, I don't have a controller. Sure. He wouldn't give me Revolution last time. I think it's the only reason she's going to end the world. You know what? Yeah, let's not kill her this
While
time.
I appreciate the mental
I killed her
exercise
last
we
time
are
and the
running
world
up against
fucking...
a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
I mean, last time I
Before
killed
you
her,
decide
the
to
world
waste
fucking
even
turned
more
into
of our
nothing
time
anyway.
by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Can't someone else do this? Or have you considered that I'm okay with the world ending?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end. I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists, or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
I could be evil. Can't someone else do this?
Unfortunately, you're the only one who can pull this off. I don't make the rules. I wish I did, but I don't.
You're the narrator. You literally make every rule. Killing a princess seems kind of bad,
Does it?
though.
Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
What the fuck, dude? I mean, a good monarch can contribute something of value to society for sure. Do I get some sort of reward?
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before
Other than
you
the
get
world
it.
being nothing? Can you tell me what my prize
It's
is?
a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
Yeah, that's right. Eternity in a cabin with literally nothing to do sounds like the best.
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more
Wait, what did I
birds,
say?
no more...
I said the end of the world. What are you talking about? Okay, cool. Made sure. I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her. But how can a princess locked away in a basement end the world?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Do you have any evidence to back
You're
this up?
already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Where's the rest of the journey, fucker? Forget
Are
it,
you
I'm not doing this.
serious? No, you have to do it.
There are no good monarchs, viva la revolution. Well, they didn't let me do that, okay?
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens.
I
But
said, hang
a
on,
word
I
of-
didn't read the whole thing, but I got the gist of it. Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her. She may be as bad as you say she is, and if she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her, but I'm not committing to anything until I've had a chance to meet her face to face. And I guess we'll have to see what happens, but a word of warning. If you go unprepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. The more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
then each and every one of us is doomed.
Cool.
So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
I mean, the world seemed to end when I killed
You
her
make your
too,
way
though.
up the short
There was
path
nothing.
to the cabin.
And he was like, oh, no,
You'll
it's all
find the
good.
princess within.
We're not going to go through with this, right?
She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Okay.
The interior of the cabin is almost
Okay, hang on.
entirely
We'll skip this because we know. I don't want this. I don't want the knife. I don't care.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Well, that's different.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Mr. Hero, you're a simp.
Don't let it fool you.
Capital S.
It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Lie, I'm here to save you. I'm here to save you. Hey, I think I'm here to slay you. Continue down the stairs. Just checking in on you. Hey, just wanted to check
You
in.
are? It's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her
I'm just
wrist,
here to check in on
binding
you.
her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be of threat to anyone?
Shut up.
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Well, let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
Hello, what's your name?
Oh,
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
you can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
Oh, God. Oh, dear God. Oh, my God, no. Why are there so many options? So Princess is your name?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like.
That's not a yes.
I'm sorry, I've been down here so long I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name though. Everyone has a name.
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too
There's
late.
Andrew Tate, and the hero is a simp. Yeah, I don't want to trust any of these people. If I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
That's a very
This is the
important
only time
question.
this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant.
How?
Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
Let's see. I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason.
Okay, what reason is that?
Don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
Yeah.
You have all the explanation you need. You should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
What are you going to do if I let you out of here?
The princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter. It's not like you'd believe me.
I was sent here to slay you. You're apparently supposed to end the world. I wanted to see for myself. I'm still not sure what to believe.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
That's... How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
No. Which is why I'm not really sure if you're dangerous. Because also at the same time, the world did end, kind of. That felt like the world ending. I don't think that the world being a big fucking black void is exactly a win for society as a whole.
Sooner or later, you'll learn to trust me. Hopefully it won't be too late when you finally come around.
Thank you for believing me. Now, can you help me get out of here?
I'll see what I can do.
Walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
The world's becoming a black void. The world's not really becoming a black void right now. It's just a wall. That's just the pattern of the wall. I'm gonna check upstairs. Maybe the key's lying around somewhere up there. And if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Oh, brother!
Someone else here? You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Hey, let me out of here!
Shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Last time I did that, the world ended.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
What the stars?
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before
fuck?
raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Jesus
As she
Christ!
rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Man, fuck the narrator. I'm gonna save her.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
That's
Thank
weird.
you. Now let's get out of here.
You can try.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
Fuck you.
As the princess
No.
approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, This isn't fair. You
This is
can't just
bullshit.
do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Warner.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist.
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and
Ow.
sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever.
Narrator, this
She
is your
sinks
fucking
the
fault.
blade into your chest
Fuck off.
again,
Shut
and
up.
again, and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I feel like if she was actually trying to, like, be evil, though, she could just, like, break character as soon as she gets the knife, right?
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks.
This is great.
It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from
She's
you.
crying.
As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over.
Narrator, this is your fault.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
You are the one who made me fucking try to stab her in the first place. The damsel. Chapter 2 again.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
So is this one where
And
we
in the
have our
basement of
memories
that
again?
cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Yeah, okay. Okay. No.
Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
What?
Our beloved?
What?
Yes,
What
you'll
is
have to
he
be
yapping
very
about?
sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
I mean, I was gonna foil his assassination attempts, because that ending was not very good. But I don't love the princess. I don't care.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek. What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
What the fuck is he talking about? Let's assume I'm telling the truth, and all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me.
Oh god, is this Slay the Princess in the Multiverse of Madness?
If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
Yeah, no.
You were the one who did us in, villain.
Yeah, you literally are the reason
well,
that we
not you
died.
in the literal sense, but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing her. Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone princess is worth that price. I beg to differ.
Oh, I can save. Okay, cool.
I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestations.
I have the common sense to ignore you because the last time I killed the princess, the world was a giant fucking void, and I don't want to live in that forever.
Anyway, I believe
my
your
favorite video
second
game is all
question
about
was,
not doing that.
What's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
So the ultimatum you're putting us in here is that either every world ends or every world is put in the infinite Tsukuyomi and we can't do anything else. I don't want either of these two options.
She would never. She's a perfect angel that you cruelly imprisoned as part of some convoluted, dastardly scheme. Convoluted? I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad, stop her, save everyone.
Let's talk about this princess.
Just be quick about it.
The only reason she was even able to kill me last time was because I let her. She could barely hold a knife. How is she supposed to end the world?
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been
Does she
given
have
to
the
you.
soul of the demon lord trapped inside her, like some isekai anime or some shit?
Maybe it's her beauty that threatens the world. Sure, it's her beauty. Why not? And before you ask, no, we can't just keep her down there. If you don't slay her, she's going to find a way out. It's unfortunate, I know, but it's just the way it is.
Who locked her in the basement? What is this place?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
What people locked her in the basement? Were they good people? Were they bad people? How am I supposed to know? How am I supposed to trust them at all? If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me?
I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are.
I'm special? Oh.
I didn't know we were special.
I'm
of course you're
special.
special. Why else would you be?
Yay.
Calling us special isn't going to make us friends.
Nobody
even if it
called
did
me
feel
special,
nice.
though. And not needs, for once.
Oh, believe me, the last thing I want is for you and I to be friends. But I'm a professional, and I'm not going to let my dislike for you get in the way of helping you save the world.
Quit your yapping. You're being cagey. What aren't you telling
I've told
me?
you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult.
There is no such thing as a very simple situation. Every situation that you find yourself in, especially things that involve murder, have some kind of overarching issues, okay?
Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to take me at my word.
Yeah, I don't trust you.
Great.
That's all.
Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save
Why are
it from ruin.
both the narrator and the princess are like hiding shit? I'm going with them. I'm with them. I'm going to find a way to save her from the cabin.
That's right. You can't stop all of us. We're going to sweep her off her feet.
We didn't even
it's
see
the
what
last
happened if she
thing
got out of the cabin,
anyone
so.
does. Are these really the sorts of people you'd like to align yourself with?
Look, I don't agree with the smitten guy, but
You're not at the cabin yet. You still have plenty of time to reflect on the situation. I just hope for all our sakes that you make the right call.
proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet.
Yeah, he's
Don't
right.
pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
I'm going into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
This whole cabin is different from last time. Okay, hang on. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror.
Yeah,
There isn't.
there is.
I'm sure the princess would tell us there was a mirror if she were up here.
In which case she'd be lying to you because, again, there isn't a mirror.
I'm gonna approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope
I
you
got
know how
burnt hand.
ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago.
And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Quit yapping. This whole cabin is different
Very
from last time.
different.
Is it? I can't say I was paying much attention to the scenery last time around.
Bro is actually the type of guy who you show like a sports magazine to, and then you're like, what's the name of the, like you show like a fucking sports magazine with a woman on the front, and then you go, what's the name of the magazine? They go, what? That's the guy
Maybe
we
that's
have
because you
on our
haven't
fucking
actually
side
been
here.
I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. Stop letting yourself get distracted.
Well, I'm going into the basement without the knife again. I don't want it.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an
Ooh,
intricate
animation.
stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight, but it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice.
Yeah, it's me again.
Somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already.
Quit it.
I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
Okay, see, you were kind of simping before too, but you got
Yes,
a better,
for everyone's sake, you're not in love.
you got a better head on your
Just
shoulders about it at the
remember
very least.
that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
My love,
Oh,
we're here
God.
to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero.
Oh,
I was so
quit
worried
it.
you wouldn't come back.
Did you
I'm
hear
just
that?
normal.
She said we're dashing.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
That's right, villain. And you killed us.
Yeah, you
Well,
dickhead.
She killed us.
No,
Only
let's
because
put
he
that
made
on
us
the
try and
narrator.
kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
We have no fucking advice that we ended the world. That she ended a world. I like some of these options. What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
That's not an answer. But what? Sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you the narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
Another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
How the fuck do you not have any issues with the
She
narrator
took that in
part?
stride, to a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
That's because she's perfect.
Oh
You
my
think
god.
she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Before we started talking, did the world end? Did you end the world?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just
What the
like
fuck?
our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further.
Why
with
are they not
every
normal?
word that passes through her
Why is no
beautiful
one
lips.
here just
Listening
normal?
to her, that's a confession.
What the fuck? Holy shit. No, I don't want the world to end.
Then I didn't end the world.
What the
See,
fuck?
she didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself.
Not so sure.
What? I didn't. You killed me last time and it hurt. Why'd you do that?
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
No.
Did we? We
Not
warned
really.
her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone.
She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
Honestly, the hero is now currently the most normal person. Now that he's not really simping as much, he's pretty normal.
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel. No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be
Oh
trusted.
my fucking...
So go ahead and slay her.
I'll rescue
No.
you.
I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I'll... You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought. You wouldn't.
That...
I would.
I don't want you to do that.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her arms.
Why didn't she
shouldn't
just
have
do
worked.
that?
I'll be damned. We're doomed.
What the
I
fuck?
can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told
Sure.
you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps
Oh,
up
God
and
damn it.
smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
What do you want to
Let
do?
me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
Look, I'm not here for love, man, but also we shouldn't be keeping a random woman locked in a basement for no reason. But also, if she is actually going to end the world, what the I'm so confused about what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing
Don't
here.
actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before. I mean, you sort of did last time, but this is different.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
Narrator guy. The world ended last time. Whether or not you say it's a perfect utopia or whatever, of nothingness, does not mean that that's actually a utopia. Having a life with zero purpose is the same thing as not having a life at all.
I think I want to leave. And I think...
Let's be real.
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection, and then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Fucking... There must be something.
I just want to make you happy.
She can't just want to make us happy.
That-
It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so
That
of
can't be
course
right.
she'd want the same for us.
Why did the music change? But you need your own thing. You just met me. You can't base your entire happiness around me.
Okay, if that's what makes you happy.
What the fuck? Why is she
Is she
becoming more kawaii?
Broken? What's going on? What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar. Are you starting to trust me now?
You have to want something more than just making me happy.
Okay, I'll find something else to want if that makes you happy.
This isn't right. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right. I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a big deal.
Okay, clearly something is happening here, and I'm very scared. What if we just don't do anything? What if we just stay here? Nobody gets hurt. We just figure out a way to be happy together? No? No? But what would make you happy?
I just want to make you happy.
Is it just me, or does it feel like we're alone right now? Like we're the only ones here?
What the fuck? You don't get the chance to ask another question. Something is taking her away, and it's left something else in her place.
No. She was our perfect match. She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a
Mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
The narrator's
Yes.
gone.
Does that mean the world ended?
A villain vanquished.
I don't know where she went, and I don't even know how we'd even I would even go about looking for her.
You're right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing.
I can't believe she was taken away from us.
The nerve.
I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
There's something dreadful about it.
I don't think you should. Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
I'm going to approach the mirror.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
I'm going to ignore you. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. Man, I'm gross as shit. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Going into the cabin. You are at the cabin. Going to approach her. You recognize the presence inhabiting the shell. It is the entity that dwells within the space between.
Something returns to the long quiet. It has surrendered its path of annihilation and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Oh, dear God. What in the fuck? You're that thing I met in the space outside of the woods, aren't you? Thought that was a dream.
Vague recollections, empty tunnels without a mouth. I am sorry if I frightened you.
What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
That's such a good question. Solitary lights? What do you mean?
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
What do you think I am?
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes. Nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own. This one is a reflecting pool of desire unfulfilled. She will make for a pliant heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Let her out of there.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt.
Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But I am all of me. But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
How much will I forget?
Everything, until we meet again.
How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
I was sent here to slay the princess and stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're gonna do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
I'm guessing this will get me back to doing endings again. Not going back.
If you need time, then I'll wait with you.
Wait forever.
You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone. I am not you, but I know
am
that
all
I
of
would
me.
return before forever was finished. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage. You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
What? The game crashed. Wait. No. Wait. Shit. Hang on.
You have returned to me.
Oh, fucking goddamn
Though
it.
you were gone mere moments, I never left your side.
Hang on. Let me try and get this back up on your end. God damn it. There we go. We're back. I'm pretty sure that was intentional because she immediately said this. Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark and you die. Alright. We are going to end this here. This is an interesting one and it's definitely gonna get more parts on the channel. I just don't have like a crazy amount of time today, which is part of why we didn't do a Mori today. But I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I hope you are ready for this and Amori to be my 2 ongoing things on the channel. We'll be playing these for a while. I think that this is very interesting so far, and is trying to make me think philosophically, which is something that I didn't expect to be done by a video game. But we'll be back. We'll be back with this for sure. Thank you guys for watching. And I guess